Hi, welcome to Garmin, the quatix 6 webinar. My name is Aaron Bronson. I'm a sales manager up here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I want to thank John Spittle and Dow Thornton for having me on to share a little bit of information regarding the quatix 6. There's a lot of exciting information in here, and I look forward to sharing it with you all. Any of you guys that are on this webinar and you have any specific questions relating to the quatix 6, please email marine.training@garmin.com. And in the subject line of that email, if you could put in quatix 6, that would help us answer those questions as quickly as possible. So with this, let's get into the quatix 6 and let's learn about this watch. So first off, what we're going to do is let's go through the agenda. So we're going to have just a little brief product overview, just kind of what this watch is. It's the watch prior to this was a quatix 5, and there was a bunch of new features added to the quatix 6 from the quatix 5. So we'll just briefly cover those. Button operation, that's probably the most important topic of this, is what do the buttons do? Being a quatix 5 user and a quatix 6 user, it really pays to know the keystrokes and how to get through the different pages, so we'll cover that. Getting started, you want to pair this with your mobile device, your mobile phone, and you want to link up with Garmin Express. It'll tell you guys how to download that and how all that works. We're going to add activities, show you how to take activities out of the watch, because there's so many activities that you can add to this. You just don't want to overwhelm yourself using things that you're not going to be using. Then we're going to talk about how to pair this to various sources and the devices that you have on the boat. We're going to briefly cover some fishing features, sailing features, man overboard. We'll talk about a little, man overboard is also select button, so I'll make sure I cover that really well for you guys. And then we're going to do custom data fields and the G&T 10 and what that is, and then additional features of this watch. So just a brief overview, the quatix 6 series it's a multi-sport GPS smartwatch. It comes with really awesome customizable marine features, offering comprehensive connectivity with compatible Garmin chart plotters. You can control your autopilot, there's sail racing assistance, you can control your Fusion Link, your Fusion Stereo on board via the Fusion Link, and stream data right from the boat, from boat speed, depth, temperature, wind, and I'll provide a list of everything that you can actually get from the boat onto the watch. This quatix 6 will actually support mapping, Blue Chart G3 US coastal charts, and Lakeview G3 inland cartography. And then with built-in activity profiles and performance metrics for various sports. You also get your heart rate and all your health status and all that, and you'll be able to track that. And then, of course, there's satellite navigation and tracking functions combined with a 3-axis compass, gyroscope, and then barometric altimeter too. So a lot of cool stuff going on here. This watch was modeled after the Phoenix 6 series. So this is the marine version of the Phoenix 6 series. What's cool about it, if you have a Phoenix 6, this is a quatix 6 training here, but if you have a Phoenix 6 and you want to upload some of the marine features, you can do that. So this watch, it features, you got a larger display, there's better sensors, you got remote waypoint marking and some more advanced marine functionality in it. On the left-hand side here on the top of the screen, if you look, we have two different versions of the watch. So on the upper left-hand corner, the quatix 6 titanium, that retails for just under $1,000. The display size is what we're looking at right here, and that's 1.3 inches. This is your case size, that's 47 millimeter. And then you get 2 bands when you buy that titanium. So you get a titanium, band, and then a Cirrus Blue silicone band. So when you're out on the town, you're dressed up nice, you're out to dinner, you slap on that titanium band, you look really good, you look really sharp, it goes really well with everything you're dressed in. When you're on the water, you just swap out that band and you're good to go. So what's really nice about the titanium, it's got a scratch resistant sapphire lens. The quatix 6, much more affordable for most people, $700. It's got everything that the titanium does, but you don't have the sapphire lens. You have a glass lens instead, and then your band is the watch band is a Captain Blue silicone band. So let's check out that. Next slide. So there's a number of different watch bands that you can order. So you can just go to Garmin.com and then pull up the quatix 6 page and go to accessories, and you'll be able to pick out a bunch of watch bands too. So you can customize different colors to fit your needs. So new features added since the quatix 5. So Garmin Pay is a new feature. This allows you to load up credit cards and debit cards on your watch. And then anytime that there's a wireless pay option in the grocery store or in a restaurant or anything like that, you can actually go in to your control panel on the watch and you can highlight your Garmin Pay option. It'll ask you for a PIN code. So in case somebody has your watch and tries to get in and pay for it, they need the code in order to do it. They just can't swipe their wrist across the screen and then charge up your credit card or your debit card. So that's a really neat feature, really simple, makes things really fast. The music storage with premium streaming support, that's Amazon Music, Spotify, Deezer. It's actually pretty cool. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. You can actually load up quite a bit of songs on the watch and with some Bluetooth headphones, and you're good to go. And then support for optional Blue Chart G3 coastal charts and Link View G3 inland maps. We'll talk about how to upload that stuff. We have improved sail and sail race activities. And then the optional GNT10 app that allows you to stream NEMA 2000 data from non-Garmin electronics. I'll dive into that. That'll be towards the end of the presentation. And then we also have a bunch of new maps, ski maps and topo maps, and other features like that that wasn't available on the quatix 5. So that's really exciting when it comes down to the quatix 6. So buttons, this is really important. This is really key. Two things I want to highlight: press and hold. When I talk about press, it's just a quick press, just a quick tap of the button. Hold, when you hold, you want to hold for 1 second. So let's just say press will be a half a second and hold will be 1 second. They're pretty different, and a couple of buttons will react differently if it's pressed incorrectly. So we'll start from the top. Number 1. So just a quick press will turn the backlight on and off. That's how you're going to see when it's dark and you can't see your watch face. Press to turn the device on. That's how you turn the device on when you first get it. Just a quick press and it'll turn on. And then from any other screen, if you want to view the controls, what we're looking at here on the face says battery saver mode. This is the controls menu. And to get here from anywhere, you just hold that for a second and it'll take you to this. Number 2, if you press just a quick press, it'll bring you to the widget loop, and you can scroll through up and down the widget loop. Basically, number 2 becomes your up button once you get in there. If you want to get to the main menu to mess with your settings, to connect your phone, to do a number of different things, you want to hold, and that'll take you to the menu. And then you use the 2 and the 3 to scroll up and scroll down as needed. The number 3. Down, so you press down to scroll through the widget loop and menu. So you're looking at your watch, it's telling your time, you just hit that lower left hand button, that number 3 button, and it takes you right through widget loop. And then you go to number 2, the button above it, the middle button there on the left hand side of the watch, and that's your up arrow. So 2 and 3 are the up arrow and the down arrow on top of everything else. Number 3, the down is also, if you hold it from any screen, it'll take you to your music controls. 4, this is an important one. So 4 is MOB, and I'm going to refer to MOB throughout this presentation because MOB is your select button. Anytime you want to select or enter to get somewhere, that is the button that you're going to press, and it's just going to be a quick press. So it's also a quick press will take you to the activity page in your apps. If you press and hold MOB, if you hold it, it'll actually mark your current location as a man overboard, and then it'll automatically activate navigation. So we'll talk more about that man overboard feature. So as you're learning this watch, you may accidentally hold the MOB button a number of times, and it'll take you to, you'll know that you hit it because it'll go, it'll tell you that it's looking for a GPS signal. So all you have to do is hit number 5, and number 5 will back you right out of that. So anytime you hit the wrong button, just hit the lower right-hand button 5, and that's your back button. That's also a lap button too, or if you're counting fish, that's the button that's used for fish counting, and we'll go into that here as we move forward. So number 5, that's how you get back to a previous screen. And MOB, just MOB is select or enter, and if you hold it, it's gonna lay down a Latin long, and all you have to do is just back out of that. Nothing is no one's noted. The watch isn't going to notify the Coast Guard or anything like that if you accidentally hit an MOB. So the controls menu. So this menu contains many options: turning on the device, do not disturb, locking the keys, turning the device off. You can open up the Garmin Pay wallet. Really easy to get there from any screen. Hold your light button and then press up and down through the screen options to get to where you need. So hold that and then up and down. So when you buy one of these watches and you're going to set up, you want to pair it with your phone. So right out of the gate, you want to go and download Garmin Connect. And you can do that with your Android. Here are the Android requirements. And then if you are an Apple iOS user, here are the requirements here. If some other phone models don't work with our devices for a number of reasons, and these phones can be found if you go to Garmin.com and then on the quatix 6 page on the website, and there'll be something you can click on. Is my smartphone compatible with this app? And it'll let you know. So before you turn on the watch, when you buy the watch, before you take it out of the box and turn it on, download Garmin Connect onto your phone, because this is how this whole process starts, is connecting it with your phone. It's just a watch up until you do that. So to use these connected features on your watch, you got to pair it directly through the Garmin Connect app instead of from the Bluetooth settings on your phone. So pretty easy. From the Connect app store on your smartphone, install and open the Garmin Connect app. Then you turn on your watch. The first time you turn on your watch, it's already in pairing mode. So it'll start searching for the Garmin Connect and setting up this whole process. You can manually do it by holding down the light button to get you to the control screen, and then you can manually enter pairing your phone too. And then you want to select an option to add your watch to your Garmin Connect account, and just follow the on-screen instructions. It'll walk you through everything. It's super, super easy. We're going to cover this here. So you want to hold your light. So Garmin Connect, this is what it looks like when you open up Garmin Connect on your phone and you download the app. These are screenshots from my own phone. So if you don't have this, download Garmin Connect, open it up, create an account. If you already have an account, maybe you're a prior user with a different watch, you can just sign in. And then it'll take you to this set up your Garmin device in a few short steps. This guy will start running. The next step will come, it'll ask you to select your device. So the quatix 6 isn't on here, so you want to go to browse all compatible devices, and then you want to scroll down until you see quatix 6 and tap on it, and then it'll start searching. And then once it's connected, it'll send you a series of numbers, and then you enter the numbers into that. Numbers will appear on your watch face, and then you enter those numbers into your Garmin Connect, and it pairs. And then it'll take you, you're ready, you're connected, and you're ready to go. Another way to do it is Garmin Express. So download Garmin Express onto your computer, your Mac or Windows. Plug in, take the power cord that you use to charge your quatix 6, and then you plug that in your computer, and then your Garmin Express will pop up automatically. So this right here is just a screenshot of Garmin Express on my own computer, and it's a really good tool to download a bunch of music. You can actually you can store up to 2,000 songs on this quatix 6 watch. It's pretty impressive. You can manage all of your apps through Connect IQ. We're going to cover that too. You want to download Connect IQ just the same way you would download Garmin Connect. Connect IQ is a store. That's where you're going to be uploading a bunch of your apps that you're going to be using. So you can do it via Garmin Express, or you can do it on your mobile device on your to get any of the apps, anything that you want to add to your phone. Pretty simple. So you receive notifications when updates are available through Garmin Express. It's a really great tool to use if you want to update software, if you want to purchase and download maps. You can do all that through Garmin Express. It's a really, really neat tool. I highly suggest downloading Garmin Express and getting familiar with it. And it's a really awesome tool. So here is Connect IQ. So this is another screenshot off my own computer, and this is basically the online version. Of course, you know, on a mobile device, it's the same thing, but you can go in and get all apps types. You can get just your music, various data fields, device apps, watch faces. There are hundreds, if not 1,000 different watch faces that you can upload onto your watch. There's a lot of really neat stuff out there. There's some pretty simple watch faces. There's watch faces with a pile of information on there. It's a really cool tool. I really highly recommend going in and uploading a bunch of really neat watch faces. It's an eye catcher too. People really notice it, and it gives you opportunity to show your watch off to people when they see it. So adding activities. So when you first open this watch, there are going to be a pile of activities on here already. Run, treadmill, bike, mountain bike, a row, stand-up paddle. You name it. You pretty much think of the sport, it's going to be on there. So it's pretty simple. You can add or remove it via Garmin Express or connect from your phone. But you can actually do it from your watch without even going into your phone. So to accomplish it, you just do a quick press of the MOB. Just a quick press there, and then you scroll down until you get to the green screen. There'll be a green screen when you get to the bottom, and there'll be a plus symbol, and it says add, and then just a quick press on the MOB, and then you select any highlighted activity, and then select add to favorites, and it goes on your favorites. Removing a favorite activity, pretty simple. So just a quick press of the MOB, and see here, we're gonna hold menu, and then scroll down and select activities and apps. Your favorite activities will appear at the top of the list with a white background. Other activities appear in the extended list with a black background. To add a favorite activity, you select that activity and set as favorite. And to remove a favorite activity, select that activity and remove favorites. So you can do this via Garmin Connect on your mobile device as well. So you open up Garmin Connect on your phone. You're going to want to tap on your watch up there, and that's going to take you to the next page here. And you want to tap on the quatix 6, and then once it's there, you want to hit activities, apps, and more if you want to add activities and applications. And then it'll take you to this screen, and then you can remove any activities that you want off the watch by hitting these things right here, or you can add them, and you can add more applications as needed. So widgets are different than apps. It's preloaded with several, and then of course many more are available when you pair your device with your phone. So simple, just press up or down, doesn't matter, just from the watch face. Just a quick press up or down, and it'll take you to the widgets page, and then you can scroll through. The widgets and add or take away as needed. Whenever you're on one here in the middle, hit just a quick press of the MOB, and it'll actually bring you into another screen that will show you more detail in that specific widget. Okay, and then you can return back to the page just by hitting that back button. So adding widgets and watch faces via Garmin Connect. So pretty much the same way that we added apps. That previous 2 slides ago, same kind of deal. So you just go into open up your Garmin Connect. You want to tap on your watch, tap on the quatix 6. This is for watch faces. So I want to go to appearance, and then widgets or watch faces. If it's widgets, you can add more widgets if you want, or if you want to add more watch faces, you click on watch faces, and then watch faces will take you there, and then you go to get more watch faces, and that's how you can look through all the watch faces. When you get to the watch faces, you want to make sure it'll ask you device compatibility, and click on that, and then Phoenix 6 shows up on that list, and you know that the quatix 6 supports that. There are some watch faces that you can't get. There are very few, but there are some watch faces that you can't get on the quatix 6 or on a number of different watches for different reasons. So you just want to make sure if it's compatible, and there'll be you'll see it on there, device compatibility. You just want to make sure it says Phoenix 6. It says that, you're good to go. So this watch pairs with a number of products we have. So it'll pair with the GPSMAP Series multifunctional device. It'll pair with your Autopilot control, so you can actually control the Autopilot from this watch on board. We'll go into that. It pairs with our marine handhelds, the GPSMAP 86 series marine handhelds. It'll pair with your InReach Mini, so you'll be able to get messages, text messages, notifications on your watch from the InReach Mini. Pairs with the GNX Wind for a bunch of different data. We'll go through that later on. And the GNT10, that's at the end of the presentation. We'll talk a little bit about that and what that does. So a lot of really cool pairing options here with this watch for your boat. So pairing to the GPSMAP Series MFD, it is pretty simple. So you bring the Garmin watch within range of the chart plotter, basically stand next to it within 3 meters. And then from the watch clock screen, you select MOB, boat data, and then start. Now on the chart plotter, the next slide, I'll show you how to do it. You want to select communications, wireless devices, and just Connect IQ apps, boat data, and follow along with the prompts. And then want to compare the code that's shown on the chart plotter with the one that's shown on the watch. And if the codes match, then they shake hands and you're connected. And now after the devices are paired initially, every time you come on board your boat and you turn on your chart plotter, your watch will connect to your chart plotter or your MFD automatically. You can also, if you have multiple devices on the boat that you want to connect to, multiple chart plotters, all you have to do is go into the boat data screen and then hold the up button and select pair. So pairing to the GPSMAP Series MFD. So this is a 8612XSV screenshot here. So you want to go with any home page, doesn't matter where you're at. You could be on smart mode, combos, chart, sonar, radar, any home screen. You hit settings, and then from there, you're going to get to this page. And when you get here, you want to hit communications. And then from there, it takes you to this page, communications. And then there, you want to go down to wireless devices. You want to click on wireless devices. After wireless devices, it'll take you to this screen. You want to click on Connect IQ apps. Press the Connect IQ apps tab. It'll take you to that screen. And then you want to hit boat data. And then boat data will bring you to this screen. And then you want to enable connections. It will show off when you haven't done this before. And you just want to tap on to make sure your enable connections on. And you want to put new connection. And then you'll get this little pop-up here on the bottom. Just follow along that. And it's really simple. So downloading maps and marine maps and charts, you can go to maps.garmin.com/marine to search for and purchase marine charts, or the easiest way is to go through Garmin Express. And then just follow the on-screen instructions to install the purchase maps and charts on your device. So once they're on there, now you can customize the maps and how they appear in marine mode. So really easy, just hold menu, and then you want to select map and then marine. And then spot soundings, what that does, you scroll down and you'll get, that enables depth measurements on the chart, light sectors, that shows and configures the appearance of the light sectors on the chart, and then the symbols, you get NOAA symbols on the watch face. Marking waypoints. This is really critical and really important information. This is how we find our way around the world, is waypoints, and when we're cruising. You can mark a waypoint on your compatible chart plotter using this watch. Pretty simple. From the watch face, you select MOB, and then scroll down till you get to boat data, and then select MOB, and then mark plotter waypoint. And then you can save your current location, navigate back to it later. So you want to hold the light button, and that'll take you back to the controls menus page, and then you select teardrop, and then you just follow the on-screen. Projecting a waypoint. So you can create a new location by projecting the distance and bearing from your current location to a new one. You will need to add the Project Waypoint app to the activity from the activities and apps list on your watch before you can do this. So from the watch face, quick press the MOB, Scroll until you get to the project waypoint, up or down to set the heading. Another quick press of the MOB. That's your select button, remember. And then press down to select a unit of measure, up to enter the distance, and then MOB to save. And then to navigate to that destination from your watch face, quick press of the MOB or select. And then you select an activity, hold menu, and then you scroll down, select navigation, select a category, and then respond to the on-screen prompts to choose your destination. Your navigation information will appear, and then to begin navigation, just a quick press of that. So if you got points of interest that are included on your device, you can navigate to them. So pretty simple, again, from the watch face, just a quick press of MOB, and select an activity. Hold your menu button, select navigation, points of interest, and select a category. There'll be a list of points of interest near your current location, but you can also put them in there yourself if you want. You can search near a different location. You can search near, select location. To search for a point of interest by name, you can actually spell it out. There's an option to select spell. You want to select spell search, that's an option. Enter a name and then search near and select a location. And then once that's all in there, select a point of interest and then go. So, and then MOB to begin your navigation. So creating and following a course, quick press the MOB, select your activity, hold down the menu, select navigation, courses, then create new. When you enter a name for the course, you want to select the check mark and then add location, select your option, and then if necessary, repeat 6 and 7 and then done, select done, and then do course. And then of course, MOB to begin. So streaming boat data, really important here. You can actually, there is a tremendous amount of information that you can get onto your watch. And you can have 18 different pieces of data on this watch face. So you can have one piece of data. You can go down to 2 pieces of data if you want. Right here, we got 2 pieces. You can get 3 pieces of data, and there's 6 different screens that you can go into, and you can fully customize them for what you want. So in order how to do that, from the watch face, you select MOB, just a quick press the MOB, scroll up and down till you get to boat data, and then set the chart plotter to, to pairing mode, and then select MOB to modify a data page. And then you can totally customize what you want. It'll give you options on how to do this, whether it's water or boats or sailing or whatever you choose. And then you can actually add pages, take away pages, add data, take away data, fully customize it what you want. 18 different pieces of boat data. Then once you're in your boat data screen, you just scroll up and down and it'll take you through all the data that you sent to yourself. So rather than looking for it on the chart plotter, maybe you're on the back of the boat fishing, maybe you're sailing and you don't have time to go and look at something, you need data right away. You just quick click with the wrist, go to your boat data and scroll through and see what you need. It's really awesome. It's a really great tool. But once the devices are paired, they connect automatically when they're turned on and within range of each other. So here is everything that the watch, when we talk about streaming boat data, this is everything. This is all the information that you can stream from the GPSMAP Series MFD and your GNX Wind when you're in boat data. So you get heading, boat speed, depth, cog, SOG, you name it. In order to get wind speed or wind angles or anything like that, you will need to have a Garmin wind transducer. And that'll give you all your wind information. But engine data for up to 5 engines, from 1 to 5 engines, fuel flow, remaining fuel economy, and then you can go in and build custom stuff. So it's quite a bit of stuff that you can do while streaming boat data. It's really neat. I use this a lot. Pairing with your autopilot. So pretty simple here. This watch will, in fact, drive the boat. It'll pair with your autopilot, and you can control your boat from this watch. So from the watch face, select MOB. You want to scroll down till you get to autopilot. And sorry about that. MOB, autopilot, bring your quatix device within 3 feet of the marine device, and then set your Garmin Autopilot helm to search for the remote control. Once you have that control, select MOB, Autopilot, and then to engage a heading hold a steady course, select MOB, and then release the helm. To change the heading with the Autopilot engaged, you select up for starboard and down for port. And then to change the steering mode, hold menu, then select steering mode, and then select your option. To perform a steering pattern, you want to hold menu again and select pattern steering. So I got to put these things in here down, this warning in here. This watch isn't designed to set the autopilot and then go wander around the boat freely and drive it from anywhere. So I just want to make a point that you are in full control of your own boat. So this doesn't allow you the opportunity to set the autopilot and then go down below and make a sandwich. You got to maintain a proper lookout. So it's up to the boat driver to make sure that there's no obstructions in the way or any collisions. Autopilots don't have eyes and ears, so they can't make that choice for you. So throttle control and steering and collision avoidance, all that is done from the driver itself. This is just a really neat tool to use it so you're not, sit back in the helm chair and operate it from your watch. It's a really great tool. But just be sure to continue to maintain that proper lookout. Fusion. So Fusion stereos. We are really getting into this stuff, and there's a lot of cool options that these Fusion stereos do. And one of the really cool things that you can do is you can change channels. You can skip, play, and pause, and forward through songs, and go back to other songs, and adjust the volume and everything from your watch. Really awesome tool. I use this quite a bit. So bring your quatix 6 within 3 feet of the stereo, and then from the watch face, you just quick press of the MOB, and then you scroll down to Fusion Link, and then, sorry about that, select Settings, and then Pair New. And then once they're connected, every time that you turn on your Fusion and you're on board the boat, then it'll automatically connect. Fishing. So keep track of your daily fish count. Count down your competition time or set an interval timer to keep track of your pace. From the watch face, select MOB fish right there, and then select an option. To count down your remaining competition time, you just want to set your timers, and then to track your daily fish count, start fishing, new count, MOB, and then back. This is where the back button comes into play, the back button to decrease your fish count. Sailing, for any of you rag haulers out there, this is a really cool tool to use for Tack Assist. So this will actually tell you whether you're lifted or whether you're headed. So whether you're too low in the wind or too high in the wind. So those sailors out there, this is a really great tool for you. So it's whether you're cruising or you're racing, the Tack Assist feature can help you, will help you understand if your boat's lifted or headed. So how it works is when you calibrate your Tack Assist, the device captures your boat's port and starboard course over ground measurements right here, port, starboard, and then uses this course over ground data to calculate the mean true wind direction, which is here, and then the boat's tack angle. So by default, this Tack Assist is set to automatic. So each time you calibrate the port or starboard course over ground, the device recalibrates the opposite side and true wind direction. So you can change that Tack Assist settings to enter a fixed tack angle or true wind direction if you feel. So how to perform this from the watch face, you just quick press the MOB, and then you want to scroll down and you want to select up or down to view the Tack Assist screen. First you select sail or sail race or sail, and then up or down to view the Tack Assist screen. And then you want to select MOB. And then to calibrate the port starboard side, select MOB, calibrate the port side, select down, and then you want to wait while the device calibrates the Tack Assist. This is really neat tool for those sailors out there. So this is, you can also enter a fixed tack angle or true wind direction from the watch face. Pretty simple, select MOB. Right here, quick press the MOB, select sail race or sail. Select up or down to view the Tack Assist screen, hold your menu, select tack angle or true wind direction, select fixed, and then select up or down to set the value. So to get the best lift estimate when using the Tack, this feature, the Tack Assist feature, you can enter a fixed tack angle and calibrate the port side. Do the same thing with the starboard side, or you can use the auto tack set and calibrate both the port and starboard side. For your racers out there, there is setting a start line. So you actually have some start line assistance here. So from the watch face, select MOB, just quick press of the MOB, scroll down until you see sail race. And then the device is you're gonna wait a little bit. The device is going to locate satellites. So when you're going out and you're marking the pins before your start, just give it some time. I would recommend getting your sail race when you're motoring out to the start line before you get to the start line. That way you're not waiting for a GPS signal while the driver's going around and marking the start pins. So when you get a GPS satellite locked in, you want to hold menu, and then you want to select ping start line. And when you're on the port mark, select port, mark port to mark the port starting line mark as you sail past it. And then the same thing when you sail back the starboard mark or the committee boat. That's usually what it is. So you'll have a committee boat on one side of the line and a buoy start pin on the other side of the line. Once you do that, then you go into a race countdown, a race time. And then from the watch face, pretty simple, MOB, you quick press the MOB, takes you to sail race. And then while the device locates satellites, the screen displays the regatta timer, which is here, 5 minutes. And then it will, then your time to burn. So you'll select MOB and then up and down to synchronize right here. This is your up or down, your middle button and your lower left-hand button. That it will help you synchronize regatta timer with the official race countdown. So you get a 6-minute warning. And then a minute later, they either put up a flag or they sound a horn, and that's your 5 minutes. Now, if you're busy on the boat doing something and you miss that countdown, there'll be another horn or a flag raised at 4 minutes. So if you miss the 5 minute, you can just sync it up or down to get that right number. Now, this number down here, this is your burn time. If that burn time is in the positive, you're going to be arriving early. You're going to be over early at the start. If this right here is negative with some seconds, that's how far back from the start after the gun goes off that you're going to be. And then of course you just quick press the MOB to start the timer. This is a really awesome tool. I use this quite a bit. I'm a competitive sailor, and this is a really neat tool. When you are on the boat and you're doing a bunch of work, you literally have no time to figure out when your start time is. And if you have a quatix 6 or on your wrist, this is a really helpful tool to make sure that you're prepared for that start gun. So you can set a number of different sailing units. So pretty simple how you can do this. Again, quick press the MOB, scroll down to sail race, hold your menu, select your activity. You can select nautical units and then select the option to turn on nautical units, or and then to use the system units for measuring speed and distance, and you can select use system set. So to select that would be MOB. So MOB, we've been talking about this during this presentation is to get to a number of pages, to get to your apps, and to get to different features of the watch. It's a quick press to get all of this. If you press it and you hold the button down for a second, it'll lay down a lat and long. At first, it'll locate a GPS. If you're not hooked into the GPS already, it'll take a second to locate GPS, but it'll put down a lat and long of where a person may have went into water. And then as you are moving away from that person in the water, it'll actually show you how far away you are from that person, and that arrow shows you where they're at. So if you need to turn around and go get them, this is your compass telling you how far away you are from that person in the water and the direction that you need to go. So from the watch face, you want to not press MOB, you want to hold MOB. Oh, excuse me, sorry, right here. Marking a man overboard, you want to hold man overboard. And then from the watch face, press MOB. Then you want to select an activity and then hold menu. and then you want to select navigation, and then you can navigate to that man overboard. The GNT10. So this is a really great tool if you're on board a boat that doesn't have Garmin electronics. It has, let's say, B&G. B&G is not to talk about a competitor, but B&G is on a lot of sailboats, their equipment, and a lot of that stuff is NEMA 2000. So we make a really neat tool to pull the boat data from the B&G on board the boat and put it on your watch screen. So you can connect your watch. If you have a GNT10 on board the boat, you can actually connect it to, just plug it right into the boat and the NEMA 2000 on board the boat. And wherever you're on board the boat, within about a 45-foot range of the GNT10, you'll be able to pick up boat data. So these data screens are configurable, just like they are with boat data, 18 different fields, 6 screens, and then you use up, down to scroll between the screens, and then press start to customize the current screen, just like we talked about before. This is compatible on the quatix 5, the Phoenix 5, and the Phoenix 6. So this is how you pair and create data fields with this 10. So before you can stream any data fields from your compatible GNT10 transceiver on your quatix 6, you must download that GNT10 app from the Connect IQ store. So get that on your apps. So it'll look just like GNT10. It'll show up on your apps list just like that. It's a free app, doesn't cost anything to get it on your watch, but the unit itself, the actual piece, the big piece of the puzzle, is only 150 bucks. And you want to mount that, if it's a carbon boat, you want to mount it somewhere on top of the deck, because you're not going to get that connectivity through carbon. If it's glass, you should have no problem. But from the watch face, pretty simple. You just select MOB, go to GNT10, and then you want to bring your quatix device within 3 feet of it, or 10 feet of it, 3 meters. And then you want to set the GNT10 into pairing mode. And then you can go in your MOB and you can modify a data page. It's pretty simple. It's you mount this GNT10, plug it into the NEMA 2000 network. It's powered by the NEMA 2000 network. And once it's powered up, you just go to your GNT10 app and it just syncs automatically. And it just shows you all the data that this thing supports. I race on a big boat. There's 16 of us on the boat. Half of us are wearing the quatix watches. A couple of us have the quatix 6. The rest are using quatix 5. The boat comes with B&G systems, and I got one of these, put it on the boat, and now half the team has all the boat data that we need. So it's a really, really helpful tool, really inexpensive. And if you find yourself on board a boat that doesn't have Garmin, but you want to pull data with your quatix 6, this is the way to do it. It's really easy, really simple, and it's a really, really great tool. So what data can you get from the GNT10? So here is, we went earlier today, we talked about this, what you get with the boat data through a GPSMAP MFD or the GNX Win, a Garmin device. Now, if you don't have a Garmin device, and you have the GNT10 to pull boat data from, this is everything that it supports, right? So this is all the stuff that will support. So not everything, but enough. So the quatix 6 additional features, like I started out this training, this is a Phoenix 6 platform. So there's a lot of different features and widgets and apps that you can add to this watch. So here's a number of different faces that you put on here. When you pair this, one thing I didn't talk about, but is when you pair this with your phone, you can actually receive notifications from your phone. So text messages, social media messages. When your phone calls, it'll tell you who's calling. Just so it's a smartwatch, essentially, like a lot of the other ones that are out there, but it does so much more than that. So if you don't like to be notified by people when you have your phone in your pocket and it rings, you don't want to see who's calling you, you can remove that. You can completely disable that function. Ski maps and topo maps. This is on the quatix 6, but that's a Phoenix 6 base. And there's just a number of different things that you can add that makes the watch more valuable to you and makes it more useful. So there's just a lot of different things you can add. Golfing, you can put in golf in here. Maybe you're a marathon runner or a hiker. You can put some climbing info on there, multiple data fields, of course, heart rate monitor and all that stuff comes on there, pulse ox. There's just a lot of really cool features that you can add on here because it's the Phoenix 6 platform. And I think that's it. So thanks for your time today. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Hope you enjoyed yourself. If you have a quatix 6, have fun with it. You know, there's a lot to learn. Don't get overwhelmed with it. It's kind of like your phone. You know, when you buy a phone, it does so much, but you really only end up using what you're going to use it for. When you get the quatix 6 and it's all set up, there's going to be a lot of different activities and apps that are preloaded on your watch. If don't feel overwhelmed by it, remove the ones that you don't use. Only keep the ones on there that you do use. Add them a little bit. You know, the button presses are going to be kind of confusing at first. Just practice. You know, I live in the Northwest. Ferries are a big thing. You know, I have long ferry rides to go see accounts, and I'll sit in my car in the ferry and I'll just play with my watch and I'll learn all the settings. And that's how I learned the watch. You're going to really learn how to use it just by playing with it. And there's no magic system to teach you everything. So use this PowerPoint. You can always come back to it. Give us a call if you have any questions. You can also call product support. We have a product support line, 1-800-800-1020. You can call them. But if you want a quick response, email us at marine.training@garmin.com. And just in the subject line, put quatix 6, so we know what your questions are about. We're happy to help you. So again, enjoy your watch, play with it, get used to it, figure out the buttons. The button strokes are going to be probably your biggest learning curve, which buttons do what. But if you spend a few days just messing around with it, it's going to become second nature, and you can do it with your eyes closed. It's really easy. So have fun with this. This is really cool. You're gonna really enjoy it. Hope you guys had fun today. And thanks again, John and Dow, for having me. I really enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys had fun too. All right. Have a great day.